Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Become a Pearson VUE Test Center. My name is Justin Burnt, and I am moderating today's session. Before we begin, I want to briefly explain some of the ways you can participate. Currently, you are all in listen-only mode, so you do not need a microphone for today's webinar, just a headset or speakers to listen to the audio. The session is also being recorded, and the recording will be emailed to you so that you can review it or share it with any colleagues unable to join today. There's also a Q&A box. We will save some time at the end of today's presentation to answer any questions you may have. Simply type your question into the field and click send. And now I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar, Become a PVTC. Our speakers today are Peter Luke, Head of Channel Partnerships in EMEA, and Rajiv Kapoor, Director of Channel Sales in APAC. Joining them is our special guest, Doreen Hernandez from Tarrant County College, Northwest Campus, who will provide her firsthand experiences of operating a Pearson VUE Test Center. Pete, Raj, Doreen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us to discover the advantages of a Pearson VUE Test Center. To begin with, I would like to share the speakers, as Justin has already told you. It's Rajiv Kapoor. I'm the Director for Channel Sales. I have with me Peter Luke and Doreen. Over to Pete, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Peter Luke. I'm the Head of Channel Partnerships. So part of my role is managing the channel sales team for the EMEA region and also managing any new business channel requirements from the EMEA region.
Thank you, Pete. Doreen, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. My name's Doreen Hernandez. I am the coordinator of the Professional Certification Center at Tarrant County College, the Northwest Campus here in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm the test administrator over the testing center.
Thank you so much, Pete, and thank you, Doreen. So to begin with, what all topics we are going to cover today? Who we are, why to become a Pearson VUE Test Center, which we call it as a PVTC, our recruitment process, and how you can expand your profile. About us. We are the world's leading certification assessment company with 400 plus global clients. We deliver high-stakes certification exams for global clients from various industries, such as IT, finance, banking, you name it, and we have a client for which we deliver the certification. We deliver these certifications in a secured testing environment all across the globe. By high-stake exams, we mean that a lot of these exams are a value for the customer, for our candidates and the customers. So these exams must be taken under supervision and the secured infrastructure. We also provide a test prep and e-learning materials for our candidates to learn more about our global certifications. The presence at this point, we have approximately 5,500 Pearson VUE Test Centers in 180 plus countries, with an employee base of 5,400 employees all across the globe. We nearly delivered 21 million exams annually, out of which 9 million exams are proctored and delivered online. We publish exams in 47 different languages for 400 plus test sponsors. The markets we focus in, the focus customers we have, we support millions of people worldwide in getting certification, making progress in their lives, getting them job ready. We continue to develop leading testing technologies that provide progress through essential credential support to our different level of customers. By putting the customer at heart of all we do, we are helping people to achieve the life they imagine at any stage of learning. So we cover each and every segment, from a school to higher education, from workplace to language and life. So you talk about, and we have the certifications for you. The kind of network we have, the world's most comprehensive test center network. And I'm proud to say that we definitely have the most comprehensive testing network. We have, as I told you earlier, we have approximately 5,500 test centers across the globe. When we say we are delivering in IT, we are delivering in health, we are delivering in other parts of this. We partner with schools, training companies, workforce development centers, and corporate campuses. and to make the exams accessible for the students and for the job seekers. When we talk about the continents, we are covering all the continents. We are touch basing in all countries, right? You can see the presence we have. We have countries such as United States, where we have more than 500 plus test centers. We have countries like India, where we are growing and continuously putting forward more and more test centers. When we go down to New Zealand, we have presence in that part of the world as well. Moving to the client base we have, we are delivering with 400 plus clients in each market. When we talk about these customers, we are delivering with some of the key customers like Microsoft, AWS, Royal College of Physicians, Chartered Institute of Management and Accountancy, Nursing, Midwifery and Council, Huawei. Every field we are touch basing. Why to become a Pearson VUE test center? How it's going to benefit your organization if you become a Pearson VUE test center? So the benefits you have, just to name few, access to an in-demand certification across various industries. We are providing you the certification from all the industries. So you have the opportunity to deliver exams for all these industries and provide services, access to your students or to your nearby area. Opportunity to attract new customers. Again, you can attract new customers by letting new people coming to your facilities and utilizing your services, the testing services to deliver the exams. Dedicated support from our side, from the account manager. We have the account managers who are there to help you out. Reliable testing system that you control. As a test center, you will be able to control your testing system. You can create your open hours based on your availability. You can create your closed rules based on your availability. With limited requirements, you can utilize the facilities which you have, like a computer lab, like a library, that can be turned around into a testing center. No installation fee, no software license fee, end-to-end testing services, and an opportunity to scale up during the event testing window. All these benefits, plus we provide you a benefit that helps you out making more earnings from the existing resources what you have. So as I said in the beginning, you can convert one of your computer lab or your library or a room into a testing facility. So as we are talking about, I would like to ask a question to Doreen, right? When we talk to Doreen, right? Doreen, what interests you, right, to become a test center, right? Or if you can let us know a little bit about your test center.
Yeah, absolutely, Raj. Thanks. So like I mentioned earlier, I am the coordinator over the testing center. Our testing center is a little unique. Our college has 6 campuses. I'm on the Northwest campus. And though all the campuses do have computer labs, they have testing centers, they're more specific to like entering the college, or they're there to support the students that are currently here, like with their math testing and science testing. But our testing center is very unique. We are a revenue generating testing center, and Pearson VUE is our largest vendor that we partnered with. And I will honestly say that they're probably my favorite vendors that I work with. I work with an array of different vendors. I have been here for 3 years now, and I started during the pandemic. And during that pandemic, the testing center had to limit the kind of tests that we were able to offer, just because of seating and making sure everybody was safe and there was enough space. And so I had to limit some of the vendors that I was working with. But Pearson VUE, I made sure I kept, and they're still my #1 vendor that I work with. It's such a great experience that I have with Pearson VUE, not only for our operations side, but also to be able to support our community and be able to support our students here. So we also tap into our student population and, more importantly, the community. So it's definitely been a great experience with Pearson VUE. Just like what Raj said, there's no installation fee. That's a big bonus for me. There are vendors that I do have to pay an installation fee. I had to pay a licensing fee with, and they, so Pearson VUE is definitely something that I feel all testing centers should have. I will say that too. It's a great benefit. You, like Raj had mentioned, you can turn whatever you have there at your facility, you can turn it into a testing center. And you do have access to like account managers, the different kind of support teams, the channel quality team, and they will help you get to becoming a testing center. So that's a little bit about like my testing center, my experience so far with Pearson VUE. But yeah, I agree with everything. Those benefits really do matter when you run a testing center.
Thank you so much, Doreen. Right. Yeah, it's a great honor for us to continue working with your college, right, and continue providing you the support. So now to talk about how to apply to become a test center, I would like to pass it on to my colleague, Peter Luke, to take you through the process on how to become a test center.
Thanks, Rajiv. Yeah, as Rajiv stated, I'll take you through a few slides here just to give you a bit more in-depth information about how to apply and some of the requirements and specifications and where to find them. Thanks, Rajiv. So we've got 5 steps to becoming a Pearson VUE authorized test center. Firstly, you need to verify you meet the requirements. So you can see you need to go to our Pearson VUE website, become a test center, apply to become a test center, and then you'll be able to get access to our facility requirements, our technical requirements, and facility requirements and technical requirements, which will then give you the ability to understand what we need in terms of our test center. We need a dedicated room, is one piece, and also a check-in area outside of the room where you can check IDs and take photos of candidates before they get admitted into the test room. Complete the application form. You can upload photos that we require to prove what the areas that we require of the test center. Once you're approved as a test center, we'll be able to then send you all the information around how to install the test center guides, how you get yourself ready to prepare for testing. And then finally, once everything is installed, the administrators at the test center will all need to take an open book test, which just ensures that our test center invigilators are aware of the most common policies and procedures to testing with Pearson VUE. Thanks, Rajiv. So what we require for our Pearson VUE test centers, we will need all the registration will happen at the test center. You can either register your own candidates or candidates can book online. You'll have all the policies and procedures. Now with ID verification, that is your standard passport or photo ID normally plus another type of ID. What we also ask for in our test centers is a digital photograph of the candidate as well as a digital signature, which is then uploaded to the profile of the candidate. And everything needs to be completed within a controlled environment. So with that, I mean, the test center itself, the test room needs to be quiet, no distractions. You can either use video or CCTV to invigilate the candidates, or you can be in the room. It's entirely your choice, but we just need to understand how that will look. And the equipment ownership and the actual invigilation of the candidates is all part of yourselves becoming a PVTC. Thanks, Rajiv. So these are the main requirements to apply. So you've got the photo checklist. Check this through because these are the photos which you will need to upload to complete your application. It's very important that you follow these and get them to the best quality that you can. or it can mean that the application may be passed back to yourselves to add what else is required. Technical requirements, really important. There are certain requirements, minimum specifications to deliver our exams, size of monitors, the amount of RAM and processor speed for our delivery machines, as well as if you want to deliver more than a certain amount of machines and need a server type scenario, the specs get higher as well. So it's all about understanding, that the size of the test center that you'd like, the type of scenario that you'd like to deliver in. So the technical requirements are really important to understand and know that you meet. And then finally, the facility requirements. There's a range of requirements that we need, and some of those will be proved by the photos. But we definitely need that distraction-free test room. We need to know that the check-in area has seating for the candidates to be able to wait until they're checked in. Some lockable storage for the candidates to ensure that their belongings are safe and secure whilst they're testing, and a nice easy flow in between the check-in areas and the test room. But these three requirements are everything that you need to be able to check off and make sure that you've got everything that you need before you apply. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to contact one of our account managers, and there'll be some information that will be provided that you'll be able to reach out to my team or Rajiv's team to ask anything which is any more detail. So on that note, I've got a couple of questions for yourself, Doreen, to finish off. So could you just let us know how your onboarding experience was, and also how Pearson VUE has supported your test center in day-to-day operations?
Absolutely, Peter. So with the onboarding process, we have been at Pearson VUE Testing Center for 10 years, a little bit over 10 years. I've been here for 3 years, but we've recently just went through a new location. We're currently at our temporary space. Our college is going through a large construction, and so they tore down our building, and then we've been here just for about a couple of months. And that process I can really talk about because it's very similar to just, starting off as a Pearson VUE Testing Center. And and it was such a smooth transition. A lot of my other vendors, it took me about a month to get them back on Pearson VUE. It was within a week. And just like you mentioned, I contact Pearson VUE. They created a case for me, and I just, follow through all their different checklists. And like the photo checklist, they want pictures of, your facility. They want to see like if there's like the check-in area, the lobby, where your lockers are, inside, like the spacing between the testing carrels between the other testing carrels, that we made sure that we did have the same equipment, but then we also had to work with our IT department, and the IT department had to work with Pearson VUE just to make sure those connections were working and they were properly like connected. We also had to make sure with the facility requirements. So it was very smooth. The representative that I had with Pearson VUE was so communicative, and they walked me through if I had a little hiccup. I just got on the phone with them, and they were able to assist me. VSS, the technical support team, it was super awesome. They could remote into the admin station and just make sure that our check-in equipment was working, like the camera, the writing pad. They made sure that the delivery manager was working on all of the workstations, and it was very smooth. And I would suggest that whoever is going to be, want to partner with Pearson VUE, whenever you're doing that application, just make sure that you're detailed in the notes, like with the photos, because my representative mentioned to me that one of the reasons why we got so quickly is because I kind of made detail, like, okay, this is the spacing. You have to submit like the drawings, the layout. So very smooth, and very, very good experience. And then the support with Pearson VUE, like channel quality, VSS technical support. If I have any questions about any of the exams that we're administering, like about the client references, they're always able to assist. And I rarely have any technical issues with Pearson VUE because it is a very reliable platform. Y'all are experts at doing what you all do. I mean, y'all offer some of the biggest vendors out there, and so the security of it is done so well. Like I said, I don't really ever have to contact technical support, but when I do, it's very quick. It's very easy to get a representative. I'm able to, get the tester working back in testing. So the whole experience has been very good.
Excellent, thank you. So that's me to a close. Rajiv?
Thanks, Pete, and thanks, Doreen, for the kind words, right? And I'm glad to know that you are getting the support, right, what you're looking at, and the teams are able to provide you. And yes,
Yeah.
the good thing, right? We have taken it and we are working on and getting it done, right? So soon we will be rolling it out. So taking to the next steps, right? As we said, that how you can expand your portfolio. So Pearson VUE is not only about the certification and assessment. As we mentioned in the beginning, that we do provide e-learning materials and the test prep materials for our candidates to go through and get it. And that's an advantage for our existing channel partners to make more dollars, right? So the two options we have is, one is the Cert Prep. Cert Prep is an online, I should not say online, it's all-in-one IT training solution by Pearson. Our e-learning solution bring together lessons, labs, examples, practical test, practice test, and all other things for the candidates which they need. Plus, this is being done by the globe with the support from our global clients we have. So we are working with our clients to get those details and trying to put up the new training materials for them. The second option we have is the IT specialist. It's seeing the demand coming up from the IT industry. We have come up with this IT specialist program, right? Where we are providing the required skills, right? The candidates can gain the required skills with our most updated course materials, right? And with the comprehensive set of programming and development, right? They can apply for the certifications, which is going to help them to get in certification or get trained in 15 different kind of IT domains. How they can do it, you have the website, you have the details, right, which will be shared with you. You can go on that, you can buy the products online, you can sell it to your candidates, or candidates can go directly. But being a Pearson VUE test center, you do get a value add over there. If you are looking for some more details, feel free to reach out to me or to Pete. We will be happy to go ahead and connect you and work with you to define the complete plan of how the Cert Prep and IT specialist can help you to earn more dollars. That's it from my side. Justin, do we have any questions coming up from anyone? I can see there's one question from Q&A.
Hi, I think Justin's having some audio issues. So at the end, I'll just like to ask everyone if they have any questions, they could just drop it in the Q&A section. We do have one questions that come up, and it says that if the system is compatible with Mac OS, I'm not sure if they're asking about the testing system. Rajiv, if you could take that question.
So is it specific to the testing one, or?
If someone can, it's an anonymous attendee, if you could elaborate on that question. I'm not sure what they want to ask exactly. Can you share details of the test center's revenue model is one question. I think, yeah, there are a few questions coming up.
Okay, Pete, do you want to share the revenue model?
Yeah, I think it is region to region, anyone, Rajiv, right? This is a question that's come up.
Right,
They-
so it's region to region, but it's, yeah, I will let Pete go ahead first and then I will add it up for the APAC, right? For the EMEA, Pete can answer and then I can add it for the APAC region.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is have the discussion with the regional manager, but once you start the application process. But yeah, we have like a tiered system of revenue for our sort of IT client delivery. And also dependent on the type of professional exam, but we also have a different rate which can be delivered per hour, especially for the event-based testing. So it really depends on the requirement of the country and the requirement of the test. But certainly my regional managers will be able to discuss this in a lot more detail with you.
And if I can make a comment, like with the revenue for my testing center, the way Pearson VUE, sends me my money is through a check in the mail. It's a monthly revenue. So any exams that we offer here on test day, we get a percentage of that fee. And then if in case there's a no-show test candidate, we still get a smaller portion of that, but we still get something. So regardless if the test candidate does show up or not, we do get, a credit for that.
Thanks, Doreen. So for each region, as Pete has said, and Doreen has also mentioned, we do pay a channel compensation for each exam delivery. It completely depends on the kind of exams you are delivering. We have different tiers for each and every client we deliver. Yes, our team members will be more than happy to discuss the details with you and specific around it. And how you get paid, as Doreen said, 30-day cycle window is there, right? Every first 10 days of the month, you will get an invoice from Pearson VUE, which we call it as a monthly invoice system, which will share the details of the exams you have delivered in the previous month. And automatically, it depends how you are being set up in our system, whether it's the payment will be done through check or an online transfer, your channel compensation will be transferred to you within that month. I hope that answers the question regarding the compensation, the revenue thing.
I can take the question from Cantor. If you're on ITC, you will require additional approval. So I would suggest that you come through to myself and I can put you in contact with the right person who can discuss that further with you.
Sure.
And regarding the Mac software, I would just check the technical specifications. I know there are some restrictions around Mac, but yeah, I would go in and just check the technical specifications to actually see what that requirement is.
Thanks for answering that, Pete. There are multiple questions on revenue. I think that's been answered. There's one questions that come up on how to get the candidates for the exams that they would deliver as a PVTC.
How to get candidates? Oh yeah.
I can answer that, right?
Yeah.
With the global candidates we have, right? The global clients we have, the candidates will automatically go ahead and schedule the exams on the Pearson VUE website. Being a Pearson VUE authorized test center, your test center will be visible on the Pearson VUE portal. So if a candidate going online to schedule their exam in your nearby area, automatically they will be able to see your test center details, right? And they can schedule the exam. That's the one option for it. Second, if you are training candidates, if you are helping students with the learnings, right? You can get your own candidates registered as well.
And if I can make a comment with candidates, a way like Rajiv mentioned that once, so I like Pearson VUE know through Site Manager the hours that I'm operational, and I just go into the portal that they have and Site Manager and Connect, VSS Connect, And I put, we operate Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, but our Pearson VUE hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. So that kind of gives us time earlier to get everything set up for the day, make sure everything's working properly, and then gives us time to have our candidates like check in. But like Rajiv mentioned, that once you open up your hours and availability, that's when the public just goes in and they start scheduling their appointments. And I never have to worry about if I'm going to have testers that day. It's a guarantee I'm going to have testers that day. For instance, yesterday, because of some staffing restrictions, I thought I was going to have wasn't going to have enough staff today, so I kind of closed off today for I limited my workstations. But then because we just had spring breaks, so I wasn't sure if my staff were going to be able to come in today or not. Make sure I had enough coverage, but I was able to have enough coverage, so I opened it up yesterday. So I'm completely 100% full with my Pearson VUE test candidates. So in a day, I have 10 computers. In a day, I can go anywhere from like 25 to 30 in a day, and that's just with 10. And if I open up to 15, I know I'll go more. I know I'll do more, but you don't ever have to worry about how to get candidates. They will find you. And then if I work at a college here, there are some very specific programs that do require certifications, and I've just partnered with them and just let them know, like, we do offer that certification here at our testing center. So if you want to come and test here, you're already in the location. So just a little side note.
Thanks, Doreen.
And I can see someone's looking at investing in equipment. Yeah, I definitely suggest that anyone here looking to do anything in regards to purchasing equipment to become a test center, yeah, please do contact the regional manager before you apply, and obviously look at the specifications as well, which are out there to ensure that you do fit the requirements of becoming a test center. Now, contacting the regional managers, hoping that we will have everyone's contact details, and we will make sure that everyone is contacted by their regional manager to check in and just make sure, if you have any further questions, and yeah, you'll be able to then start some conversations with your regional manager.
Thank you, Peter. I think we've taken quite a few questions. For anything else, I've put a link below. You could reach out to us, and we'll get back to you, and you could further have a one-to-one discussion with the regional managers. Over to you, Rajiv. I think it's the end of.
So thanks, Khushbu. If we don't have more questions, right, we can end the session, but I would again like to thank you all for joining in. We are able to address a couple of questions, but feel free, if you have any more questions, to write down to me or to Pete, or to reach out to the regional managers. We will be more than happy to go ahead and answer those for you. And special thanks to Doreen for joining us today and sharing her feedback about the Pearson VUE Test Center. Thank you,
That's
everyone.
great.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Doreen.
everyone. Thanks,
Thanks.
everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
That can